For those people who think like me that Matiang'i should have behaved different, let me see your hands. No, let me see in the comment section. Why am I saying so? Personally, I knew Matiang'i as a very brave man. And actually, he was a performer, because in every ministry that he was given a chance, keep corruption aside, he was given a chance, he delivered. And that is what we need. That's what we remember Matiang'i for. The good deeds he could do, the kind of straightforwardness that he used to show, the kind of sincerity he used to speak with, the kind of strong instructions, right instructions he used to give. That is what we miss about Matiang'i. Now, Matiang'i really worked with Uhuru Kenyatta very well. Actually, let's not forget that he worked under the Ministry of ICT, and we saw transformation, various things happening. And at JKUAT, I don't know whether the production of laptops and other things that were supposed to take place are still going on. He also came up with some serious innovative ideas when it comes to the KCPE, KCSE. Stealing of exams went down immensely, and that was one of the things that we remember him for, because he streamlined that Ministry of Education. And I think since that time, that's how we've been getting various ministers being directed from KISI, particularly the Minister of Education. No, we don't get it before Matiang'i. You also did well. Anyway, generally, I mean that Matiang'i was a good guy. He tried his best to deliver. But anyway, there were so many also problems that he has with Kenyans, because when he heard that there was a lot of corruption within the government of Uhuru Kenyatta, we cannot exclude him that much. But anyway, we want to say that he needs to clean himself so that we come on board and even talk about the conversation of having this country changed, because we need Matiang'i on board. The reason why I'm doing a video about Matiang'i today, it's because I feel like if Matiang'i could have been in the country right now, we could be having serious competitors who are going to deal with Ruto, Kebaso, so that we ensure that in the 2027 elections we got in the top cream. But now Matiang'i is outside there afraid. Now, on the issue of character I just started with, how many of you feel like Matiang'i didn't behave the way we knew about him? You know, he came out and said a few things. William Ruto Kamfinya, and actually gave into that. Since that time, we've never seen Matiang'i in Kenya. We had at some point he has left the country, gone to some place. Later on, he came back, went to the DC offices. After grilling and such, the meeting was held by leaders from Kisii here. The case of Matiang'i disappeared. So as we speak, you know, most of the Kenyans don't know where Matiang'i is, but I heard he's in New York. Others say he's in Canada. Probably he's in New York working with UN. That is okay. It could have been a good thing. But to be honest here, Matiang'i was a very super guy, very strong. And one thing I liked about him is the kind of clarity he used to have whenever he speaks. And sincerity and the transformation that he used to bring in various dockets in this country. Now, the behavior is portrayed, I want to say that it was uncalled for. We don't need Matiang'i, the one we knew was very brave under the interior cabinet sector, under the interior docket, coming out to fear Ruto and run away. If it is going to jail, what is wrong if you're a politician? Go and then come out. If you didn't do anything wrong, why do you run away to New York or other places? If you have ambitions to be a president in this country, why run from the people when they need you? Why run from the people when they want you to be around so that you can be an alternative? Right now, you can see Raila is not in opposition anymore. We don't have an opposition in this country. The best Kalonzo can do and his team is to visit some Gachagua, give conferences that are counter-reactive to what is trending. But we don't have serious opposition like the one that's being shown by Morara, exposing various projects and even exposing corruption cases in the country. So we want these people who are serious to get into the job. But anyway, Kalonzo is a good guy, sober guy. I always say that if we had him as a speaker in 2022, we could be having the best parliament, I think, because I feel he's very wise. Now, going forward, I think he needs to adjust so many things within his campaign team so that he can go far and further, because we need this Kenya to have an alternative leader. Come on. An alternative leader in this country. So therefore, Matiang'i, please, wherever you are, this message is for you. Come back to the people. 3 years are enough. Get to the people, plan yourself, put the people together. Particularly the Gusii community looks disorderly because we don't have a leader who wants to unite us. Come over, let's give you a backup and let's move forward. Because why do you have to run away? Like Kebaso has to come out and be popular the way he is because we didn't have someone else from this region to come out. Please make sure that you come back to Kenya. Be with us in the country, and at least we can have a scenario where we have an alternative if in case we want Ruto to go, because we can say Ruto is going because we have another one we're bringing on board. But right now, no one is certain. We don't have the specific person we want to vote for in 2027, simply because there's nobody who has shown the qualities that we need. There's no one we believe in that's going to deliver in this country. So therefore, please, Matiang'i, wherever you are, if you want this seat, come. But if you're not coming, indicate, Haukuji, we are waiting, and you're not coming. Mamera, Matiang'i. Please make sure that you engage the people so that the people can be used to you, that you are the alternative you have in 2027. It is better that way. It is better that way. Because if it happens that way, we are going to be happy as Kenyans that we have so many choices. As we go to the ballot, it's not about Ruto and Kalonzo and Morana Kebaso. The youth is there, performer is there. We're also having Ruto, and we're also having Kalonzo. An amazing combination on the ballot so that we choose. Then ladies also, come up. Let's see powerful lady come in 2027 and wants to find you, move around the country and you take a man as a running mate. Unapiga campaign vibaya sana. And then as a result, we have serious changes in this country. Because that is the best thing you can always do as a country, where we try to have as many leaders as possible. Because look at this. If we are limited with the number of leaders, probably we are going to limit ourselves in terms of development. How? The more we have few leaders, the more we have few manifestos, few ideas on the manifesto. But if this leader comes up with a manifesto, this one and another one, we're able to check which one has given us a new thing. So it will be a wake-up call to most of the leaders who have been there, like, let's do this so that we can be better. They research more. And then when these leaders get into power, we now hold them accountable on what they promised us when it came to the campaign. Because like William Ruto right now is struggling to implement whatever he said in the campaign, despite there's nothing he has done. Honestly, what has Ruto done, by the way? I don't want to talk about that. But he needs to implement what he gave us in the campaign. Fine, I want to thank Ruto. At least, it took Unga from 200 and something. Actually, right now at 130, 119, 120, 150. Some of them, of course, are expensive, like based on the brand. But I want to say they are affordable. But anyway, you can't give us this and take it from the other side. Punguza hii, unaongeza mafuta. What does that mean? It doesn't make any sense, honestly. It's still the same thing. So you are taking the way of sucking money from Kenyans. Okay? That's why everything does not remain cheap in this country. So as we ask you, William Ruto, please deliver for this country. Gachagua has gone. If it was the snake that you had to shake off for it to fall, it has fallen. Now you have Kindiki, who is a butterfly, perhaps. Please now project with him. And by the way, Kindiki is leaving the docket. Do you think Matiang'i should replace him? Matiang'i to come and take over the docket? No, I don't think Matiang'i can do it. I don't think it's necessary to have Matiang'i on that docket. There's nothing new Matiang'i brought in that docket, except the Ministry of Education. Also, the Ministry of Education, the only thing that he did that was good is the issue to do with the streamlining, the exam cheating. He ensured there's no exam cheating. Actually, he reduced it to the minimum that he could. But the best in Kenya so far as a record. Now, but I want to say that there's nothing new brought there. So therefore, we need much more innovative. Because when you come and focus on the students, you forget the other stakeholders who are suffering. It's not fair. We need to have, if it's teachers, they're all given the same chance. They are listened to, their issues sorted. If it's salaries, they're added. If it's the taxes like housing levy, it's removed so that these guys can be free to do their stuff. That is what we need as a country. A progressive mind, a progressive people. Thank you. Make sure kindly you subscribe, like, and comment for those who are watching our videos for the first time, so that we can have an interesting channel, a growing one, and of course, a happy one, because I want to give you top-notch conversations here. See you next time.